What's up, y'all? Guess who? That's right. It's me. It's your boy Asmongold.
I had like five or seven different ways that I would actually like do the intro, man. Like I would think about this shit because I was an idiot. But that's basically it twice today. Let's see, which ones did I did? So did I ever tell you guys? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I told you guys like my original intro, what it was gonna be, and what I used to have it as for like some of my really, really old videos, right? Like, because it was actually an even bigger intro than what I have now. So I think it was either, I forgot actually what it was. I think it's either, sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm hooking y'all motherfuckers up, and then I had actually replaced motherfuckers with the N-word, right? And up with the new motherfucking exclusive, right? And that was that was my original intro that I did back in like 2009 or something. Very, very long time ago, but obviously it's been sanitized since then to just be sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and that's what I've been doing for a while, right? I like the intro. It's bring it back. Drop into the 5 to the community subs, man. I should get more people VIP. Thanks a lot, dude. I appreciate that. But yeah, I used to be a real problem boy, man. It was like I wonder if I have any videos where I actually do that intro. I'll have to look and see. It's hard really for me to say. But do you read books? I mean, like, not really. I would always, like, even back in school, like, the only things that I would really read were, like, things that were, like, assigned to me. Like, okay, you have to read this fucking thing. I remember I was assigned to read The Catcher in the Rye 3 times. I've never read The Catcher in the Rye. That's just stupid. Like, I read, like, just a little bit of that book. I thought that book was fucking garbage. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna look this up on Spark Notes. And that's what I did. I did it back in high school. And then I had to retake English 1. Because basically I had convinced my school that I had taken English 1 in high school, and this worked all the way up until I was about to graduate, and then they were like, you know what, we looked back in the books and it looked like you haven't taken English 1. So I had to go back and take English 1 at age like 23 or something like that, with a bunch of other fucking like 17 and 18-year-olds. And it was not a good time. But the positive with that, though, the one positive, it's not the one you're thinking of. The one positive is that I was actually, like, the smartest person in the class, you know? Like, I knew way more than anybody else. 23? Well, yeah, because I was, like, in the process of getting my degree. It was, like, one of the last things I needed to do. Yeah, I was, like, everybody else in the class was so fucking stupid, the teacher liked me just because I showed up on time. Because you guys remember back in, like, freshman, if you guys ever taken any classes in, like, community college or, like, anything basically, like, past high school, right? If it's like an introductory class, you get the real fucking idiots. You get these people, like, they honestly, the only reason they're there is so their parents don't kick them out of the fucking house. And I'll be honest, like, back whenever I was 18, that's why I was there. Because I thought to myself, like, man, I'm out of school, I gotta play WoW all fucking day. But my dad was like, you know what? Why don't you actually become a productive member of society? And, you know, I drug my heels on that for as long as possible, but eventually I had to go and take classes, you know what I mean? And this is what happened with a lot of people. And I feel like I'm not alone in this, am I? I'm fairly certain I'm not. What, Float Sams? Who are the Float Sams? But anyway, so I was in this English 1 class, and it was, as I said, it was the biggest ego boost ever, right? It's because everybody in there was a fucking idiot. I was the only person that knew anything about English. There are still people in that class, college, by the way, that didn't know to put periods at the end of their sentences. And then the teacher one time came in, and this happened, the funny thing is this happened in 10th grade too. And this is right whenever emojis and, putting smileys and stuff on their stream, right? And she came in there and she said, the next girl to put a heart to dot their I gets an F in the entire class. And I remember, like, that shit was so fucking funny, right? Because it's like, these are like adults, you know what I mean? These are adults. And then people would put like smiley faces. One person put LOL in an essay. I mean, you just got the real fucking champions here. And it was sad, to be honest, because you knew that they were never going to really learn. But I think that also kind of made it a little bit funny too. Yeah, adults at my ass at 18. Well, I mean, like, they can vote, you know, and they can go serve in the military and get shot. So, I mean, for oil. And so, yeah, obviously it's a little bit different, but I would say, yeah, 18, I feel like you're really an adult at like 21. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think that 21 is the age, and I for a lot of people, they're like 30 and they're still like 12. Like, I know people that are like 25, 26, 27 years old. They're like, they don't do fucking anything, right? Like, and like at least, and that's compared to me, right? There are friends that I have, right, that have like, they have like a kid, a house, they're married. These are like full functioning adults. And they look at me, they're like, holy shit, Asmongold, Zach, you only sit there and play video games all day. I'm like, it's fucking awesome. You know, and that's basically it. 18-year-olds shouldn't be able to vote. Well, I agree. I do. I mean, in some ways, I feel like it would be great if, this would never really probably work, but if they ever made like a voting test or something like that, that would probably be good. The same reason why you don't let 5-year-olds vote. I mean, if you listen to a lot of people's decisions on why they vote for something, the rationality is about the same as a 5-year-old, so that's probably a good decision. Where's the rare? Where's the rare? Am I just sitting here wasting my fucking time? Like, what is this? This is bullshit. Look over here. I don't see anything over there. Asmon supports poor tech. Yeah, sure. Boomer sugars by 18-year-olds voting. Well, I just don't want stupid people that don't know anything to make decisions for me, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of reasonable. But, you know, that's always the way that I've felt about things. You talking about chat? Yeah, I think so. After a 6-year-old, you should not vote. After you're 60, you shouldn't vote? What do you mean? Like, those people know the most shit. They have the most experience. Why would you not have the people that are older that know how to vote? Like, yeah, you're right. You've got some dumbass old people, too. Listen, I'm not saying that ain't the truth. But I'm saying that on a ratio, I'm pretty sure older people are smarter than younger people, right? Unless you're talking about printers. Now, that's whenever things get a little bit more dicey. Now, I as you guys know, I used to do computer repair back whenever I was younger. And let me tell you guys something. There was nothing that was a more eye-opening experience that boosted my ego than realizing that the people that are supposed to be teaching me, that I'm supposed to be looking up to, don't know what an IP address is, don't know how to use a printer, don't know how to use a computer, don't know how to fucking use anything. And it was really it was one of the biggest ego boosts I've ever had in my entire life. And it gave me a completely new perspective on life. You know, I saw these people that, you know, were supposed to be in charge of me, like, not knowing fucking anything. And it was the greatest feeling ever, man. I'll be honest. It was amazing. Nero Gaming, thank you very much to the 5 gifted community subs. I appreciate that, man. Most people that own computers are fucking morons. Yeah, I know that. I mean, like, honestly, I used to be much more adept at using computers, and now I don't really spend as much time figuring it out, right? Because I'm just, like, streaming, or I just ignore the problem until I eventually just buy a new computer, right? You know, that's my problem-solving method. But the point is that, like, back then, I remember there was this one time, this is probably my favorite time for, computer repair. I went out to one of the portables, and the portables, it was like, here's basically how the portables went in my school. There was, like, the English class, there was the social studies class, there was the class for all the kids that were so bad they can't even be allowed to be in the actual school. Then there was the then there was the police station right next to that on my high school. And then next to the police station was the daycare. Hey, you know, and this is basically what it is. So we went to the class for all the kids that were really, really stupid. And they just couldn't pay attention. And they were sitting there, like, cussing out the teacher, like, just saying a bunch of bad shit. And the teacher didn't really give a fuck because she hated her life anyway. And, you know, she wrote this whole thing off years ago.